Hello and welcome to my sub-D channel. Today I'm going to build a car seat in sub-D, but I'm going to build it without a sketch or a model to look at. I'm basically going to freeform build it, just figure it out as I go. And that's one of the great things that sub-D is good at, is that it lets you kind of, if you have an idea, it just lets you visualize it and build it without needing to sketch it first. So that's what I'm going to do. And I've gotten a lot of requests to do an interior, so here it is. This is a sub-D seat. So sub-D is great for interiors, for car interiors, for two reasons. Is that interiors usually don't require as clean highlights as exteriors do. And the other thing that sub-D is good for is that it's great at modeling soft stuff. So I'm going to be showing you how to build an interior that way. And I'm also going to show you two main things next to building a seat, is that I'm going to show you how to puff the seat up, make it look like it's made out of foam. And the other thing is I'm going to show you how to do a French seam. So with that, let's start. I'm going to turn on symmetry in my layer. I'm starting with a box, and that's going to be my base. I'm going to insert an edge loop right here, and this is going to be the edge loop that keeps curvature across center line. And I'm going to just slowly build up shape in this base, which is the cushion. Make it thinner. Okay, let's add more edge loops to the back of it. Okay, let's bring this up like in like that, and then I'm gonna grab these faces from here to here, and I'm going to extrude them up like so, and then out. And then I can grab these CVs and I can bring these ones up. All right, I can also bring the CVs up to create a little bit more of a curvature in my seat. All right, so I want to keep the design fairly simple. I kind of want you to just get the gist of how I start the volumes. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it fairly simple, not too complicated. Just want you to learn the method and how to get it to have a like soft, foamy thickness. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, here we go. I'm gonna form the shape in plan view. So this will be kind of like your bolsters. Yeah, fairly simple shape. Here I'm gonna start sliding these so it's a bit softer around there. Yeah, just slowly creating some cushiony feel. All right, same thing around here. Yeah, I want to keep the video fairly short, so that you guys don't get bored. And yeah, easy to follow. Okay. gonna move these CVs out. That's kind of good enough for the base right now. Alright, I'm gonna continue now building, shaping this. Okay. And I can add another edge loop down here, and this will go all the way around. That will give it a little bit more shape. And then in the bottom, can bring it down, give it more substantial thickness. Okay, that's looking good. I think it's looking too wide now, so I'm just gonna square it up. And then I'm gonna add some shape to the plan view. Make it a little bit more round, actually. Same here. I can push these ones out. Give it even more shape. Okay, that's looking good. And then I'm gonna build the seat back similar way. So yeah, just inserting a new box and then doing the same thing. I'm gonna push these CVs over here, and then I can delete this phase over here. All right, and then yeah, just start shaping it the same way I did for the cushion. I'm gonna go up with it. All right, and then I can go sideways like that. Then I can add, this is going to be my curvature across center line symmetry, and then I want to create some shoulder bolsters, so I'm going to insert an edge loop here, and then I can grab this face, and then I will extrude it out like so, and then like so, and then maybe a little bit more. Okay, I can grab these CVs and then just thin this up a little bit. I'm gonna add some curvature to it here and here. Just start making it a little bit more cushiony. Okay, I think these ones could come in a little bit. I'm actually gonna include the headrest, kind of make it so that it's built in to the seat back. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. This can go up. And then the whole thing could probably get taller. I can add one here to get a little bit more tension over here. So yeah, just adding an edge loop there. And then I can also thin this up. And I can add an edge loop right here to kind of create an edge there. Let's isolate that and start working on it on its own using box mode. Yeah, I think these ones could go a little bit forward, and then I can grab this and then holding shift middle mouse click to drag select, and then I can move them inboard. I can do the same thing, shift middle mouse click, and then move these down, get a little bit more crown on there. This one could move back. And then let's do the same thing here. Select these, move them. Let's get some thickness. All right, that's looking good. Okay, let's get some shape. And this here, I'm gonna insert an edge loop here. Just gonna try and get a little bit more shape out of it. There we go. These can come in a little bit. All right, nothing too fancy, just kind of a simple design. I think this is too soft over here, so I'm just gonna insert an edge loop right here. Try and get more shape there, define the shape better. The back, let's grab these CVs and let's start putting some crown on the back. Oops. Like so. And then more over here. Alright. And maybe put an edge loop here, try to give it a little bit more defined shape. So let's look at it all together. That's looking pretty good. I think it could use some narrowing down over here. Alright. That's good enough. And I'm going to raise it a little bit. Usually you see it have some gaps. Okay. Let's give it some shape here. Okay, next thing I want to do is let's isolate that, and then let's try and give it a little bit more roundy shape over here. And here, just adding a little bit more lead in to give it more shape. Okay, I think now I'm going to show you how to puff it up and add some thickness to make it look like it is made out of like soft foam like cushion. So to do that, I'm actually going to start with, let's do like the headrest first. So let's give it a shape first. Maybe it does something, it goes around like this. So I'm going to insert an edge loop here, an edge loop here, and I want to get rid of this one and this one. So what I have to do is connect this corner to this corner. Now I can get rid of this guy, and this guy. And then I can get rid of, oh, it goes all the way. So instead of trying to delete all of it, I'm going to cut it here. So this is going to be the shape of my headrest. And then now I can get rid of this. There we go. And then again, this I don't need. So I can just get rid of that. Okay, so now I got some CVs that I can manipulate and try and give more thickness to the headrest part. Okay, and I can add even more thickness, but first actually I'm going to move all of these. I'm going to move these down here, and then these ones can move out, so that's adding the thickness. I'm going to slide this point and as well this one, and I can take this one and I can push it out, get more puff in there. And then same thing here. So that will be the shape of the headrest. And then these points could go up. And then now all I need is to add an edge loop here to make the tension higher in that area. And then in here as well. All right. I can get rid of this actually. Don't really need that. Okay, let's take a look now. Yep. That's looking more like it. I think this CV needs to come alongside this one. So now we create curvature across center line. I'm gonna bring these ones out further more to even accentuate the shape even more. And then these ones as well. These ones could come down. There you go. That is adding a headrest to the shape. I don't think I want a break here, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then I can add even more shape to the headrest by adding another edge loop that will create more shape. And here I actually want to have another edge to it, so I can add another edge loop right here. And I can end it here. Get rid of that. Whoops. Get rid of this. And I can select this. And then maybe drag select all the way down here. And then yeah. I can get rid of this one to make it a four-sided surface. And then I can add another edge loop over here to create more tension over here. So now we got a shape that looks more like that. And I don't really want to break here, so I'm going to start fanning these out. So I can bring these down, and then I can bring these ones up. Okay, here we go. That's looking better. Let's add some lead into this. Push this one up. Push these ones out. Push them up as well. Just trying to get more shape here. Okay. Let's save. Okay. All right. Now let's say we want to create a seam where the headrest starts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert an edge loop right where this one is, and I'm gonna insert it very close. And this is how I typically create French seams. And then right in between these ones, I'm gonna insert one in the middle, and then I'm gonna select by edge, and that will turn it on, and then I can crease it. And then going into the X-form tool, I will pick moving normal to UV, so this one, and I'm just gonna slide inboard. So that will create something like this. So there it looks like it is a seam in there, like a French seam. And it's really easy to do. I'm gonna start repeating it somewhere else in the seat so that you can see how I did it in an area where there isn't really a shape. This one we already made a shape, so it was easy to see. So I'm gonna show you right now as soon as I am done here, moving these CVs inboard just to fix the shape. Okay. All right, so let's say I want another French seam that goes in here, but it doesn't go all the way around. It kind of fades out. So first I'm going to get these CVs to be in place where it's where the seam is going to go. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cut tool, and I'm going to come to this point, and I can come close here to this point, and then to this point, and I'm going to actually come to a point here. And now I have a 4-sided surface in the middle and a 3-sided surface here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert another edge loop here. And then that could go around, actually. Well, I gotta do it before I put these edge loops, so I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna insert an edge loop here, but I don't want it to go down. I want it to go around here, so I'm just gonna use the cut tool and bring it around here. And then I can get rid of this loop that I created. So now it goes around there. This can now, oops, I don't want to select these CVs. This can now move down and out. Okay, I'm just trying to get more CVs around here so that I can create, so I have more control over that crease that I'm gonna put here. Okay, there we go. That should be good enough. I think that's, and maybe one more down here. And I'm actually gonna have it go to this point. I don't really want it to go around. Same thing in the back, and then I can get rid of this. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna do that again using the cut tool. I'm gonna come to the, let's start it over here actually. I'm gonna come here and then add a loop here, a loop here, or sorry, edge, and then an edge here, and then one right at the point. And then now I have 3-sided surface here, 3-sided surface here, and these are 4-sided. So I'm gonna insert an edge right in the middle here, and I'm gonna crease that. Okay, and then again, using the UV method. Actually, I don't even need the UV method because this one is going in one direction. I'm going to go ahead and push it in like that. So that way I create a crease that kind of fades out. Now, I think it needs to fade out even more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it fade out over here. So I'm going to go from here now to here instead of here. And then I can erase this edge. And then I can bring this one from here all the way to the middle of this one. And then this one can go in. Now let's crease that. I think it could go in even more to make the crease even bigger. There we go. So that's kind of how I kind of make a tuft look. Now I can start manipulating it. Here, these CVs are too close to each other, so I'm gonna actually start fanning them out because it is creating a fainted edge over there. So I'm just gonna start moving them out. This section of my seat looks a bit flat, so I'm gonna start adding some softness to it, and then I'm gonna do a similar thing to the way I did the headrest. I'll show you that how I do it pretty quickly. So just gonna use the cut tool. I'm gonna snap to here, and then I can snap to here, here, and here. And then I can move, I can snap to this one, and then I can move this one over here. So I'm just creating thickness here. And I actually want to do that all the way around. So I can come here to here, and then I can snap to here, go all the way around. Here, here, and then I can maybe come back to this one. So now that I've got this perimeter, first let me move this one. I will be able to move these ones a little bit out. So like this. And I'm gonna move them out this way. Oops. Forgot that one. Out this way and out this way. So this will kind of create more of a puffed look to the seat. I can do the same thing in the middle here. So similar thing. I can go say in here. And in here, and then here, basically doing the same thing that I did on the shoulder bolster. I can come to here and here. Okay, now I can erase this. And then now I can, first I want to move this one in the correct place like that. And then I can pick the CV. Basically I want to pick all the ones in here. And I want to move them forward to add that thickness. Give it a little bit more of a cushiony feel. All right. In here, let's say I want to create a French seam around the whole perimeter of the seat back. So what I'm going to do, I already have these edge loops in place. Actually, let me fix this first. It kind of looks like it's out of place. Needs to have a little bit more lead in. So I already have these perimeters, these edge loops. Oops. I'm just trying to fix the shape a little bit before I start adding more detail. Yeah, so I'm going to use this edge here to add a French seam. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a whole edge loop, and that's going to go all the way around because that's the way I set it up to be. And then I can add one right in the middle. So my French seam is going to be right in the middle. And then using the X-form tool, and then using normal to surface, I'm gonna push these in, and then I can select that edge and I'm gonna crease it. And that way I've created a French seam that goes all the way around the perimeter of my seat, just like that. See how easy that was? And then, of course, I can come back and clean this, but I want to keep this video short, so don't want to add too much detail. And then I can do the same thing to this seat bottom. If I want to add a French seam to this edge, I can add an edge loop right here. And then if you notice here, because these were fanned out, here this is wider than here, so I'm gonna act first before I start adding another edge loop. I'm gonna fan these out so that's kind of equal to this. And same thing in the back. I can push these CVs down and out. And then I can add an edge loop right here, crease it, and then using normal to UV and move it down. Oops. It's not creased. I thought I creased it. And then pick by edge loop and then crease it. And now I have another French seam on my seat base. All right, let's say you have some kind of a shape here on the bottom, on the seat cushion. It could be any shape. So all you have to do is draw your shape using the cut tool. So I can maybe do something like this. Actually, let's make something that would go more like this. Again, we're just kind of free-forming it. I don't have a sketch. This is the beauty of sub D. What if it does something like this, and then I'm going to erase that. It's going to stay. And then it goes like this. I'm going to add an edge loop right here. And it can go in like that. That's our shape. All right, and then I will add an edge loop right in the middle, and then I can crease it, and then just gonna move these CVs down. So yeah, any shape, it could be any shape, and you just draw it on your seat, and then it creates, and then you add an edge loop in the middle, and that's how you create creases. Of course, you can still add more puff to the seat, just kind of like how we did here. But I want to keep this video short and just show you quickly how to mock up a seat, and then how to give it some French seams and kind of like a tufty look, and then add some softness and thickness to your seat so it looks like it's made out of foam and would be comfortable to sit on. So yeah, that's been it. Let me show you the box mode. Here's the box mode. This is how that looks. And yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. Thanks for tuning in.